Hello and welcome to episode 202 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. My channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'll be reviewing a game from my past, Versus Duck Hunt. Versus Duck Hunt was released in 1985 by Nintendo. My first time playing this game was at Fort City Bowling Center inside of the Fort City Shopping Center in Chicago, Illinois. Versus Duck Hunt, or Duck Hunt for short, is a shooting-themed game in which you control a hunter in a first-person hunting game in which you are trying to shoot down flying ducks during duck season. This game uses a light gun as opposed to the traditional joystick, which were the most common controllers of the time. Duck Hunt was the fourth game in the Nintendo Versus gaming system. This system allowed arcade owners a fast and cheap way to change games. Nintendo would sell kits to owners containing a game ROM, marquee, and decals for game instructions as well as anything else needed to make it look like a brand new game. Duck Hunt was the first of Nintendo's games to use the light gun. This gun replaces Player 2's joystick and the standard Versus system control panel. Even though the other buttons remain on the panel, they don't do anything for this game and all actions require the light gun. This game offers 1 or 2 player alternating play. Each player will play an entire round before changing as opposed to changing when losing a life. Once you enter a credit, you will need to shoot either the 1 player or 2 player on-screen icon to begin the game. Once gameplay begins, you'll get the screen stating Player 1 ready, round 1, 3 shots per screen. The reason for the 3-shot limit is that was the limit of numbers of bullets you could have loaded in your gun while duck hunting. After the instruction screen, the playfield will appear. The playfield will consist of a grassy field along with the tree on the left side along with the bush on the right side. In the upper right corner of the screen will have the display of the number of bullets remaining in your gun as well as the round number. At the bottom of the screen will be 3 green rectangular boxes. The center rectangle will contain 12 white ducks. Just below the ducks will be the game's high score. The outside 2 boxes will contain the player's scores and remaining lives. Player 1 will have the left box and Player 2 will have the right box. The blue crosshairs in the playfield are part of emulation and do not appear in the arcade version. Your brown bird dog will crawl in from the left, and when he reaches the center, he will jump into the brush and he will flush out the ducks for you to shoot. After about 3/4 of a second, a black duck will fly out of the brush, and about a half a second later, a second duck will appear. You need to shoot these ducks for points. The earlier you shoot them, the more points you will earn. The reason for this, it is harder to shoot them quickly because you don't know what part of the brush they will fly out of. Ducks will fly around for about 7 seconds before flying off screen. Each time you shoot a duck, one of the white ducks at the bottom will turn red, signifying a hit. If you shoot both ducks before they fly off screen or run out of bullets, the dog will pop its head out of the brush holding the 2 dead ducks and the game will give you a congratulations tune. If you fail to shoot both ducks either by running out of bullets or letting them fly off screen, the dog will pop up and laugh at you. In addition, if you fail to shoot a duck, you will lose a life, so it is possible to lose 2 lives each time 2 ducks are flushed out of the brush. Once you lose all your lives, your game will end. After the dog disappears, 2 more ducks will appear about 1 second later and fly around for about another 7 seconds. For the second pair of ducks, the third and fourth white ducks will turn red for each one you shoot, and so on. The round will continue for 6 pairs of ducks. Once the dog disappears the 6th time, the round will end, and any white ducks remaining at the bottom will move to the right so all the reds are next to each other. During a 2-player game, the players will now switch, although during a 1-player game you will advance to round 2. Before beginning round 2, you'll get another introduction screen, except that it states round 2. This round will entail skeet shooting as opposed to duck hunting. The playfield will be a flat landscape with small trees among them with mountains in the background. The 12 white ducks have been replaced by white circles and will turn red each skeet you shoot. After about 2 seconds, 2 skeets will launch about 2.5 seconds apart and will remain on screen for about 5 seconds. The skeets will fly in an arcing pattern away from you, so the longer they are on screen, the smaller they will get. The skeets will fly in a straight line and will not be affected by wind, making it easier to follow their path. Just like the ducks, you'll earn more points the earlier you shoot them, even though they get smaller as they fly away from you. The dog will be absent during this round unless you miss a skeet, and then it will appear and laugh at you. The skeets will continue to launch 2 at a time until 12 have been launched in all. After all 12 skeets have been launched, the missed shots on the meter will move to the right just like the duck round, grouping the red skeets to the left. Just like before, you will lose a life for each skeet you don't shoot. After round 2, you'll get a bonus round. Bonus round will take place in a grassy field with no obstacles. 1 by 1, ducks will appear out of the brush and fly around. Shooting these ducks will cause their feathers to fly off and disappear. Occasionally during the bonus round, your dog will jump up from behind the brush in an arcing pattern. You need to avoid shooting your dog because if you do, it will burn his head and your bonus round will immediately end. If you shoot your dog, it will come out on crutches and say, "Ouch, shoot the ducks, not me." 35 ducks will fly out of the brush during the bonus round. After the last duck either leaves the screen or gets shot, the bonus round will end. If you finish the bonus round without shooting your dog, he will come out and applaud you. Either way you end the bonus round, you will get points for each duck you shoot. After the bonus round, you will return to the duck hunting screen, and gameplay will continue in the same order as before, although the duck and skeets will move faster and remain on screen less time. After the second bonus round, you'll get a small break where your dog is chasing a duck across the screen. The duck will get further away with each pass and eventually begin chasing the dog, and when the dog realizes this, he will turn around and once again chase the duck. The order of the boards will continue in the same order as I mentioned earlier. You'll get the break screen after round 4 and every 4 rounds thereafter. The difficulty will continue to increase as you advance through the rounds. Although this game is very similar to the Nintendo Entertainment Systems or NES, there are no game selections, and when the game reaches round 100, the game will continue but not glitch. Scoring for the game is as follows. You'll earn between 600 and 2,000 points in 200-point increments for each duck and skeet. Like I mentioned earlier, the score is based on how soon you shoot each item. During the bonus round, you'll earn 500 points for each duck you shoot no matter how long they have been on screen. I did like this game, although I found it difficult, especially on older machines with scratched plexiglass, but I do recommend playing it, especially if you can find it in an arcade setting, since emulation doesn't do the game justice. I like this game more than Space Invaders 2, but not as much as Versus Hogan's Alley, so Versus Duck Hunt flies its way into the 110th position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos on the first and third Sunday of the month.